Okay, so it's Friday, May 12th, 2017. Alright, let's wait. $161.6, let's go. Alright, so for breakfast today, I decided to do something a little bit different. Right here, I've got 100 grams of egg whites, 2.1 ounces of 93.7 turkey, ground turkey, and then some chipotle sauce on top, of course, with some, can't believe it's not butter spray, onion powder, and garlic salt, and black pepper. And then over here, I got these new Quaker Oats wheat puffs, and basically 10 carbs in a whole bowl of 15 grams, and did about 69 milliliters of almond milk. And since it's kind of unflavored, I put some cinnamon in here, and I'm also going to try using some of this Walden Farms caramel syrup. So we're going to see how it is. This is an under 250 calorie breakfast, so pretty good, saving my macros for later in the day. Here we go. Right now, energy levels really low, really tired right now. Super tired. I feel like I can't even get out of the car. But gotta walk 3 flights of stairs to get up to my house. I'm not ready for this. But gotta do what you gotta do. I'll rest when I'm dead. Alright guys, so this is meal number 2 of the day. It's around 10:30 a.m. Some protein waffles. I decided instead of filling up the waffle maker with 2 overly sized waffles, I would just split one, like the second one, into 3. So that's what I did, and I used some of that, can't believe it's not butter spray, to add some butter flavor, and I've got some caramel syrup by Walden Farms, no calories, and some cinnamon powder to sprinkle it off the top. And that's what we're gonna have with about 20 grams of blueberries. So yeah, gonna munch. Alright guys, so this is meal number 3 of the day, and what we've got going on here, it's actually my pre-workout meal, so I'm about to head out to the gym in less than 45 minutes. I've got some brown rice, about a little over half a cup of brown rice, and a little over 4 ounces of chicken, so 4.1 ounces of chicken, 100 grams of broccoli, a little bit of mustard around the side that you can see, and I also seasoned it. This is like a little chicken teriyaki, little stir fry. It's got some soy sauce and some teriyaki sauce in it to season it, make it taste a little better. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This was all under 300 calories, over 30 grams of protein, just about 30 grams of carbs. Could have been lowered if I didn't use as much teriyaki and soy sauce, and like, I want to say 3.5 grams of fat. So yeah, not too much of a caloric damage there. So gonna get this little pre-workout meal in and get back to you soon.
Can't keep my dick in my pants. My bitch don't love me no more. She kicked me out on life, bro. That bitch don't wanna be friends. I give her dick, she not mad. She put her 10 on my dick. Look at my wrist about 10. That little bitch got a throat. Fuck, I like the rock, but I'm misfit. My little bitch like I'm wrist slit. Pulling her bitch like I'm poor. Pink, got like 3 bitches, I'm more. Man, skid on your man, bitch, it's 4. Hey, don't want your pussy, just one. Hey, look at me, fuck on me. Look at me, fuck on me. Look at me, fuck on me. Look at me, yeah, hey, look at me.
Alright, this is meal number 4, and I'm sorry if this is getting too repetitive, but this is the same meal that I had pre-workout. it's just really, really, really good and really filling. So I really was just craving the same thing, and plus I didn't really have anything else that I wanted to cook with badly. So I just wanted to make the same thing. This time I put more broccoli, tiny bit less carbs, rice, and I had less chicken as well. I ran out of chicken. I only had about 1.8 ounces or like 2.1 ounces, one of those measurements, I'm not sure exactly. So what I did was put 85 grams of egg whites to bring up my protein to about 29 grams for this whole bowl, and it is very voluminous. It's a pretty big bowl, I'd say, and it's filled with veggies, chicken, slow digesting carbs. So it's gonna give me some pretty good slow release sustained energy, and it's gonna fill me up. So pretty excited about this, and here we go. Alright, so what I've got here is my little pre-bed snack. 2 tablespoons of all natural peanut butter, 32 grams, and one 2.8 ounce carrot. I know it's kind of odd to just have a stick of a carrot, but I'm just gonna kind of use this to dip it in my peanut butter instead of using a rice cake, just to save some carbs. And I've got a Greek light and fit strawberry cheesecake, still kind of defrosting, so that's gonna be like my little frozen yogurt. And I'm gonna finish the night starting Marvel's new Iron Fist. So got that, and my gallon jug of water. So that's gonna conclude it for tonight, and I'm gonna get back to you guys tomorrow morning, Saturday, May 13th. We're about to be 6 weeks out. Alright, Saturday, May 13th, 2017. Physique updates. Here we are, straight on. Alright, let's weigh in. Oh, 162.7. Alright, so what I've got here for breakfast, guys, is nothing too crazy. Keeping it a little simple. I've got a bacon, egg, and cheese melt. I got some cheese under there, as you can see. And yeah, basically 2 pieces of whole wheat toast, 11 carbs each, so it comes out to 22 carbs from the toast. And I just used 100 grams of egg whites and made it into like a little egg McMuffin type shape, and 1 slice of bacon split into 2, and some 1 carb reduced sugar ketchup, which is very convenient. Now what I did to season the toast, make it a little more garlic and buttery, is I used, can't believe it's not butter spray while on the stove, and I also put some onion powder and garlic salt on it. So I'm gonna enjoy this, and that's it for breakfast. Niggas on the right all night. Niggas to the left by yourself. Now who the hell just said to the roof on 5, call 911 like what? Broke niggas stand to the left. My rich niggas stand to the right. Lil' mama, she keep looking at me. I'ma knock the pussy out like hit it with a left, hit it with a right. I'ma knock the pussy out like. Just finished our back workout. I had nobody to train with, but no problem. We're doing this shit for ourselves, so we're gonna get better ourselves. So train by yourself, no matter what. Back and buys, crushed. All right, this is meal number 2 I did have a Greek Light and Fit yogurt before my workout, which was an hour after my first meal. So this is my second real meal of the day. What it is 170 grams of Alexia hash browns with some fat-free cheddar cheese, about 8 grams of that. And then I've got this 150 gram egg white that I basically made into another McMuffin like I did for breakfast, and I used some of that reduced fat ketchup, one serving of that. So this whole meal came out to 24 protein, 31 carb, and actually 0 fat. So there's no fat in the hash browns, of course fat-free cheddar cheese, no fat in the ketchup, and the egg whites are basically just protein. So 0 grams of fat, and this looks pretty delicious, so I'm gonna dig in. Alright, so what we've got here for meal number 3 of the day is a chicken stir fry. 5.65 ounces of chicken. Actually put some cauliflower rice in here instead of regular brown rice to reduce the carbs. Use some stir fry mixed veggies, and also I've got a fat-free cheddar cheese. I used the fat-free cheddar cheese single on here, ripped it up. It's actually only 2 carbs and 5 grams of protein, so I know cheese on stir fry is kind of weird, but I just wanted to experiment a little bit. I've also got this Clear American strawberry sparkling water, just to add a little flavor. And yeah, we're gonna devour this and see how it is. How did I make this fit my calories, you might ask, or my macros? Well, first, I saved 44 carbs for the ice cream and, 32 grams of fat all day for 48 grams of all natural peanut butter, 5 grams of fat-free whipped cream, and a whole pint of Arctic Zero Brownie Blast ice cream. This is over 500 some calories just in dessert, and it all fits my caloric deficit intake. So there's no cheat here, just smart saving my macros, and I could not be more happier than to sit here and look at this right now, about to eat it while watching Iron Fist on Netflix. This made my night a million times better. I'm so happy. It's not even a refeed day. Let's go. Alright, May 13th, 2017. This is our physique progress. This is how we're looking. Alright, let's weigh in. $161.2. Alright, so here we have meal number 2 of the day. I've got 2 Sara Lee buns, toast, 18 carbs total, fat-free Kraft cheese single, 16 grams, 1 tablespoon of reduced sugar ketchup, and 125 gram egg white inside. And then I've also got 14 grams of fat-free mozzarella shredded cheese, which brings us all out to 29 grams of protein, 22 carbs, and 1 gram of fat. So it's gonna be meal number 2. Alright, so here's meal number 3. I've got a whole thing of mashed cauliflower instead of mashed potatoes. Pretty good substitute. And then about 5 ounces of grilled chicken breast with 2 fat-free slices of cheese. So this whole meal comes out to 46 grams of protein, 22 carbs, and about 12 grams of fat. Alright, so here we are at my local gym. It's a rest day for resistance training, but program still calls for cardio, and I scheduled it for today so I'm not completely in a stationary kind of day, not sitting down all day. Trying to do some physical activity as well. So we're gonna hit the treadmill, do some HIIT training, couple rounds on there, and call it a night after a couple of meals. So here we go. All right, cardio's over. Gonna go home, make something to eat, and take a shower first. But cardio's over. Alright, so this is my final large meal for the night. This is meal number 4. The macros in this is 50 protein, 22 carbs, and 3.5 grams of fat. What I've got is some cauliflower rice, 1 serving of that, instead of brown rice, which racks up more carbs. I've got a stir-fry mixed veggie blend in there, about 180 grams of that, and also 5.5 ounces of lean chicken breast. And then I've got 2 fat-free cheddar cheese singles melted on top of it, and then some sesame seeds, which I added on top to give it a little more Asian flavor. And that's about it. And to drink, I'm gonna finish off my gallon of water to balance out the sodium from the teriyaki and soy sauce in this. And that's it for tonight. Stay tuned for my dessert after. Alright, here's my dessert for tonight. 1 whole pint of Halo Top mint chip ice cream with 2 tablespoons of all natural peanut butter and about 32 grams of strawberries, which was like 3 total strawberries, and 1 serving of some fat-free Ready Whip. So this is absolutely delicious looking, and I'm gonna destroy this while watching some Iron Fist on Netflix. That's it for today, May 13th, 2017. Monday, May 15th. It's our physique update. Here's how we're looking. Alright, let's weigh in. Wow, 160.4, new low weigh-in. Alright, it's pretty late in the day. It's almost 1:30 p.m., but I kind of experimented with a little bit of intermittent fasting today since I woke up late and wasn't really hungry. So this is my first meal of the day actually. What I've got is 1 slice of Sara Lee toast, 8 grams of carbs in that piece of toast, which is great. 155 gram egg white, little McMuffin shape, and some fat-free cheddar cheese single on top with some pico de gallo, about 1 tablespoon of that. And then I've got half a serving of oatmeal right here, so 20 grams of that, with a tiny bit of sugar-free syrup, about 6 milliliters to be exact, and some cinnamon inside as well. So I used 1 slice of toast today instead of 2 so that I could get a little bit of oatmeal in since I was feeling oatmeal. And that's it for my first meal of the day. Gonna eat this before it gets super cold, so yeah. Alright, so here is the second meal of the day, pre-workout. This whole meal is 45.5 grams of protein, 35.6 grams of carbs, and 1.5 grams of fat only. So what I've got going on here is a chicken stir fry with some mixed stir fry veggies, a little bit of brown rice, this time using actual brown rice instead of the cauliflower rice, just because it's pre-workout and I want more carbs. And I've got some fat-free cheddar cheese shredded. I don't know why, but I just like melted cheese shredded on my stir fry. It might seem weird, but I just like it, plus it adds a little more extra protein. And I've got some sesame seeds on here with some soy sauce and teriyaki sauce. So those add barely any carbs and just a little bit of extra sodium, which nothing to worry about as long as I keep my water intake high. So this is gonna be my pre-workout meal. Gonna devour this and go crush legs. Cardio done, 300 calories worth. About 33 minutes. Gonna go home and eat now. Alright, so here is meal number 3 of the day, and it is already 9 p.m., but this is meal number 3 because my first meal was so late in the day and I was at the gym for quite a bit, especially my cardio session postponed my time. So this is meal number 3. Still gonna have a couple things after this before I go to bed to finish off my macros, but this is 43 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, and about 32 grams of carbs. So what it is another stir fry. I know I made stir fry already today, but just really feeling it. Tastes so good, and there's not much I can say. Really easy to make and fills me up. So we got some chicken in here, some brown rice, mixed stir fry veggies, and then we've got some fat-free mozzarella cheese in here, again with the sesame seeds and the soy sauce with a little bit of teriyaki as well. Little to no carbs, just some sodium. And I've also got this clear American cherry limeade 0-calorie sparkling water, just to add to my water intake and to flush this down. Plus it tastes really good. So stay tuned for the next meal. Alright, so here is second to last meal of the day. I know it seems like a lot, but this is just because I didn't eat much earlier in the day, so I'm making up for those calories. Still fitting my macros, still on point with them. 1,700 calories per day. 190 protein, 135 carb, and 45 fat. So what I've got here is around 10:30 p.m.-ish. I've got my protein, about 1 serving, so 140 grams of frozen strawberries, a scoop and a half of milk chocolate whey protein, and then half a cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I threw a little bit of cinnamon and a tiny bit of baking powder in there to make it fluffier. And right here I've got 3 tablespoons of all-natural peanut butter. Put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds so it's nice and melted, nice and warm. And yeah, our last meal is gonna be some kale and some chicken and all that, so that's coming up soon. But right now I'm gonna enjoy this. So here we go. Alrighty, so this is what I've got to finish off my macros for the night. This whole bowl of kale spinach blend, it comes to 20 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, and 5 carbs. So what I've got is about 2.4 ounces of lean chicken breast, some turkey bacon, about 2 slices of turkey bacon, and I've got some 2 tablespoons of Bolthouse Farms creamy roasted garlic dressing, a little bit of mustard, which adds no calories, and I'm pretty sure that's it. And I've got this cherry limeade sparkling water, 0 calorie. Probably gonna finish that up tonight. Oh, I also have a little drizzle of some chipotle sauce in here. You can probably see that. Just a little bit in here, just to give it a little spicy flavor. But that's it. I'm gonna finish up my macros here for the day, and we'll get back to the documenting tomorrow. Good morning. It's May 15th, I believe, or May 16th. I'm not sure. This is how our physique's looking this morning. let's weigh in. $162. Alright, so right here is meal number 1 for the day. This is my breakfast. It is almost 8 a.m. Just a quick little meal before I head out. What it is 2 slices of the Sara Lee 90-calorie toast. So it's 18 grams of carbs total between the 2 pieces of toast. 140-gram egg white that I made into a McMuffin shape, and then 14 grams of shredded mozzarella fat-free cheese with 1 serving, which is 16 grams of reduced sugar ketchup. So I put that all in the panini maker after each thing was cooked and made it together like a little egg and cheese melt, I guess. So yeah, that's meal number 1. About 25 grams of protein, 22 carbs, and 1 gram of fat. Alright, here's meal number 2 of the day. I've got 2 tuna patties with some fat-free melted cheddar cheese on top with 1 serving of reduced sugar ketchup, and 2 white cheddar rice cakes on the bottom, acting as like half of the bun. And the total macros of this comes out to 55 protein, 19 carb, and I'm pretty sure about 2 grams of fat. So 340 calories total, and I basically just used canned tuna, mixed it all up together, threw in my own seasonings and salt-free stuff like that, and just made them into patty shapes and threw them on the stove top, let them grill up, and then melted some cheese on them. So this is gonna be my pre-workout meal. I'm gonna hit the gym, push-pull workout in about an hour and a half. So that's what it is.
The world needs you to stand up, to fight through your challenging moment, to shine through the dark. Believe in yourself. There is nothing more important. Stay hungry for success, hungry for more. Most people are bloated with all of this. They are full of have an appetite for extraordinary. There will always be doubters, but if you stay true to yourself, then one day will be your moment.
This is meal number 3 of the day, and it's basically another stir fry like you've been seeing the last couple days. I know it's getting repetitive, but it's so enjoyable and very voluminous. My fault. I ran out of a little bit of brown rice, so I used what was left, a little under half a cup, and I substituted the rest of that for the volume with some cauliflower rice, and it was pretty low carb stir fried today because low in the brown rice and I didn't use too much cauliflower rice. We got our mixed stir fry veggies, and I also reduced on some of the stir-fry veggies and added more broccoli because I like more broccoli. And then I got 3.65 ounces of chicken breast with 60 grams of egg whites. And then I've got this 14 grams of fat-free mozzarella shredded cheese on top with some sesame seeds, of course, and some soy sauce because I did run out of the teriyaki sauce. I've been making so much stir-fry, so I only had soy sauce left. So hopefully it's just as good. I'm sure it will be. And this is meal number 3. It's around 4:30 p.m. and then we're gonna have another meal probably around 7 or 8 p.m. and yes, that's it. Alright, so here is meal number 4 of the day. It's around it's 7:50 p.m. right now. So what I've got here is a Flat Out. That's the brand called. That's what it's called. Flat Out tortilla wrap. It's like a multi-grain flaxseed type of wrap. It's got like half the calories with some protein in it. What I've got going on here is some fat-free mozzarella with some fat-free cheddar cheese and some broccoli inside. And then I've got 30 grams of an avocado, So this whole thing comes out to 25 grams of protein, 6.5 fat, and 24 carbs. Right before my little dessert protein that I'm gonna have before I go to bed. And yeah, nice little dinner right here. Alright, last meal of the day, also the best meal of the day. Looking forward to this so badly. I got 1.75 servings of all natural peanut butter microwaved up for about 30 seconds. So nice and warm, nice and hot, and creamy. About 56 grams, which is 1.75 servings. And then my big blender of protein. So I think I hit the perfect ratio today. Okay, it's still a little bit slippery, but it's a lot more chunky and not as liquidy. So very excited. Gonna finish watching up on some Netflix and call it a night. So that's it.
Alright, Wednesday, May 17, 2017. Here's how we're looking. Alright. Let's weigh in. Damn, 159.4.
Alright, so it is currently around 2:45 p.m. and believe it or not, this is my first meal of the day. I woke up pretty late today, so I didn't want to start off my macros early, and I kind of wanted to play with intermittent fasting a little bit, just so I could eat more later in the day. What I've got here, this is 29 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, and 35 grams of carbs. It is 1 egg white omelet. I've got some melted cheddar cheese, fat-free cheese in there, chipotle sauce on top, and I've also got some white onions chopped up inside of it. 1 serving of oats with some Walden Farms caramel syrup inside, cinnamon, and some True New peanut butter powder. And yeah, I already gave you guys the macros, so it's gonna be my first meal of the day. Alright, so it is around 7:30 p.m. right now. I know it's really late for only my second meal of the day, but I'm saving up for some Halo Top ice cream later tonight. So what I've got right here, 60 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, and 30 carbs. Another stir fry. This time I passed on the mixed veggies and I just went all broccoli. I like broccoli more. Just a little bit less brown rice than usual. Some chicken breasts, some egg whites, and 28 grams of fat-free shredded mozzarella cheese. I've also got a diet root beer over here. So that's what's gonna be it for my second meal of the day. Yeah. Alright guys, this is meal number 3 of the day, where we're finishing off our macros. This is about 26 grams of protein, about 50 carbs, and 16 or so grams of fat. Got 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and 1 whole pint of Halo Top chocolate almond crunch. So we're gonna finish this whole pint to finish our macros. And that's it for the night.
Physique update, May 18th, 2017. Alright, let's weigh in. 161.6.
Alright, so it is almost 8 a.m. and we're starting our morning off fasted with just a cup of coffee and about 47 milliliters of almond milk, unsweetened vanilla almond milk to be precise, just to add a little creaminess. I did add a tiny bit of Walden Farms caramel syrup just to add a little flavor. It didn't do much, but It tastes better than straight black coffee. Also put some cinnamon in there. And yeah, gonna run some errands on just this cup of coffee. So natural thermogenic, and it's gonna help increase our alertness and all that. So gonna get back to you on the first meal. Alright, it is 9:35 a.m. and this is the first meal of the day. So eating about 2 hours after I woke up, just save those macros for later in the day. I enjoy eating later in the day, and I don't really get too hungry in the mornings, not that much. But what I made here is an egg white omelet with some melted cheddar cheese, fat-free cheddar cheese shredded, about 95 grams of broccoli inside, and one serving excuse me, one serving of reduced sugar ketchup drizzled on top. And then here I've got another extra 95 grams of broccoli with some fat-free shredded cheddar cheese on it, just to keep me full from the fiber, as I'm about to go out and run some errands, and I don't really want to be hungry while I'm on the road, so I don't want to eat when I get back. This whole meal is about 26 grams of protein, 16 carbs, and 0 grams of fat. Alright, it is currently 12:40 p.m. A couple hours before my workout of the day. Gonna hit legs today. And what I've got here is another stir fry, of course. Just so good, so easy to make, and very macro friendly. So this all comes out to 37 protein, 4 fat, and 34 carbs. So right around 300 calories. I got a big cup of water right here just to balance out the sodium from the soy sauce, even though I do use a lower sodium soy sauce, so that's also helpful. But just a very voluminous bowl filled with stir fry. Put more brown rice today because more carbs for leg day, and some mixed stir fry veggie, of course, and then a whole serving of fat-free mozzarella cheese. Of course, the chicken, the egg whites, the sesame, you guys already know. So I'm gonna crush this and go hit legs.
These bitches love salsa, oh, and I know it. Fucking with them old boys, you won't get fucked over. Rarries and Robos, these hoes are cheese salsa. Hit on with that Cobra, now that boy slumped over.
Alright guys, so real quick before I tell you about what this is, what you guys saw my last meal was, I was actually at Chick-fil-A, and I had grilled chicken nuggets, and what I did was, I know it sounds kind of lame, but I took my own mixed stir-fry veggies with me and brown rice and cheese, also soy sauce, and I took the Chick-fil-A grilled chicken nuggets and threw it in there, so I made my own little stir-fry, I guess you could say. Just so you know, so you don't like mentally deprive yourself from going out and having like a good time with your friends and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess that's one way you can cope with dieting while trying to enjoy your social life. But that's just what I did. So here, real quick, I'm gonna talk about what I'm eating for dinner before my final meal of the day. This is about 111 grams of tilapia, totals out to around 28 grams of protein, so 27.5 to be exact, 2 carbs and 2 fat. The carbs are coming from the fat-free cheese, and the cheese has 5 grams of protein in it. Natural, healthy fats from the fish. That's where the 2 grams of fat are coming from. So I do have a nice special treat after this meal, so I'm pretty excited about that. And once I finish this, then I will get to it. Alright, so this is the last meal of the day. 1 whole pint of Halo Top Mint Chip ice cream with 1.75 servings of all natural peanut butter, so about 56 grams of peanut butter on top. Looks so delicious. About to destroy this and watch some Jason Bourne to finish up the night, finish up the macros, and kill the sweet tooth. Saved a bunch of carbs for this and pretty excited. So here we go.